WWE Bad Blood aired live last night from the State Farm Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. The premium live event featured the returns of The Rock, Raquel Rodriguez, and Jey Uso. Diamond Dallas Page also made an appearance during the event and revealed today that he had signed a new Legends deal with the company. The promotion is now on the road to Crown Jewel next month in Saudi Arabia. Fans could see more surprise returns in the weeks ahead on WWE television. The Bloodline unleashed a brutal attack on Paul Heyman on the June 28 edition of WWE SmackDown in Madison Square Garden. The Wiseman refused to acknowledge Solo Sikoa as his tribal chief, and the Bloodline responded by powerbombing him through the announce table. The Rock made his shocking return to the promotion during the final moments of Bad Blood and stared at Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. The final boss may have struck a deal with Paul Heyman to serve as his Wiseman behind the scenes, and the Hall of Famer could potentially return to accompany The Rock as his new manager. Becky Lynch has been off WWE television since her loss to Liv Morgan in a steel cage match on the May 27 edition of Raw. The Judgment Day's Dominic Mysterio got involved in the bout and is currently in a storyline relationship with Morgan on the Red brand. Lynch's contract with the promotion reportedly expired earlier this year. In real life, she is married to Seth Rollins, who returned from a hiatus to attack Bronson Reed last Monday night on WWE Raw. The man could return in the weeks ahead to reignite her rivalry with Liv Morgan after spending several months away from the company. The Viking Raiders are former Raw Tag Team Champions, but have been dealing with injuries lately. Eric has been out of action for over a year with a neck issue, and Ivar has not competed in a match since his loss to North American champion Ola Femi on the April 30 edition of NXT. A vignette recently aired on Raw that seemingly hinted at the Viking Raiders' return to the company. Eric and Ivar could return to Raw and potentially go after the Judgment Day's Finn Balor and JV McDonough's World Tag Team Championships. Charlotte Flair has not wrestled at all in 2024 due to suffering a significant injury last year. The Queen tore her ACL, MCL, and meniscus in a singles match against damaged CTRL Asuka on the December 8, 2023 edition of SmackDown. Flair could make her long-awaited return and go after Nia Jax's WWE Women's Championship. The Irresistible Force defeated Bayley last night at Bad Blood to retain the title, but Tiffany Stratton teased cashing in her Money in the Bank contract during the match. The Buff Barbie also recently shared that she would like to battle Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania next year, and the two stars could potentially begin a rivalry once the veteran is cleared to return. The Wyatt Six have seemingly hinted at adding another member in recent weeks on WWE Raw. Alexa Bliss has not been seen since her loss to Bianca Belair at Royal Rumble 2023, but she could potentially return as a member of the Wyatt Six. The star was previously aligned with Bray Wyatt but betrayed The Fiend at WrestleMania 37. Bliss may not want to return to the company alone and could be introduced as the newest member of the Wyatt Six on Raw. Braun Strowman has had his ups and downs in WWE, but there's no denying the impact he's had on the company. His time away from WWE has only intensified fan demand for his return. Strowman was once a close ally of Bray Wyatt during the time of the Wyatt family, and his history with Wyatt's supernatural universe makes him an intriguing candidate for the Wyatt Six. Moreover, Strowman has the presence and the power to be The Rock's new ally as well. Imagine the dominance of Strowman, paired with The Rock's leadership, potentially forming a tag team that could tear through WWE's roster. Alternatively, if Strowman joins the Wyatt Six, his rebirth as a monstrous, uncontrollable force could signal the next chapter in this eerie saga. Alexa Bliss had one of the most fascinating character transformations in WWE when she became Bray Wyatt's twisted ally during his Fiend persona era. Her descent into the supernatural with eerie powers made her one of the most captivating figures on the roster. However, her story with Wyatt never received a proper conclusion after his departure from WWE. With the potential for Wyatt's story to continue through the Wyatt Six, Bliss could return to embrace the darkness once again. Her inclusion in the faction would add a layered dynamic, as her relationship with Bray Wyatt's character has been one of love, manipulation, and power. Fans have speculated for months about her involvement in the Wyatt Six, and Bad Blood might be the perfect moment to reintroduce her. Alternatively, Bliss could align with The Rock, bringing her blend of mind games and psychological warfare to back up his brute strength and charisma. The juxtaposition of their characters would be fascinating, creating a dynamic duo that could redefine alliances in WWE. One name that has long been linked to the Wyatt Six is Bo Dallas, Bray Wyatt's real-life brother. Dallas' previous run in WWE didn't quite capture the heights that his brother Bray achieved, but there's no denying his potential, especially if he is allowed to embrace the darkness of the Wyatt legacy. Dallas' inclusion in the Wyatt Six seems almost inevitable, given the family connection and the unfinished storylines that Bray Wyatt left behind. In this new incarnation, Dallas could take on a more sinister, dangerous persona, becoming a crucial piece of the Wyatt Six puzzle. His return could serve as a tribute to Bray Wyatt, while also allowing him to step out of his brother's shadow and carve his own dark path in WWE. As for aligning with The Rock, Bo Dallas could take a different approach, using his background in manipulation and scheming to work behind the scenes, setting up victories, and aiding The Rock's rise in the current WWE landscape. It's a stretch, but the shock factor would be off the charts. Eric Rowan, another former member of the Wyatt family, is an obvious candidate to return to WWE following Bad Blood. His time alongside Bray Wyatt created some of the most memorable moments of WWE's dark and eerie storylines. Rowan's towering presence and menacing look make him an ideal fit for the Wyatt Six, especially if the group is looking to embody the ominous and terrifying spirit of Bray Wyatt. Rowan could easily step into a leadership role within the Wyatt Six, especially with his experience as a follower of Bray Wyatt. His character could be expanded upon, potentially turning him into an even darker version of his previous self. This would allow him to honor Wyatt's legacy, while also forging his own path as a destructive force in WWE. If not in the Wyatt Six, Rowan's size and strength make him a natural fit for The Rock's new ally. The idea of Rowan as a silent enforcer alongside the charismatic Rock could create an unexpected but powerful partnership.